Его прозвали Pianist Extremist.
They nicknamed him Piano Extremist for the black balaclava that he wore most days. At Euromaidan, he rediscovered himself as a musician, having sat at the piano for the first time in years right here near the building of the Kiev administration.
I remember very vividly the moment I sat at the instrument, almost every minute of it. I was a volunteer in the Kiev administration building, where we made sandwiches and tea for the people, and there was a piano. I really fancied trying it out, to see if I still remembered what I used to play at the music school. I quickly realized that I had successfully forgotten everything.
Before appearing in front of our camera, Bohdan Dniprov puts on his balaclava, as a safeguard, he says, from becoming a celebrity.
At one point, I thought to myself, if I become famous, I wouldn't be able to resist the fame getting to me, and I'd end up embarrassing myself. And I was right, because there were moments when, for example, I was standing in line to urgently buy a ticket to catch a train. And I thought to myself, now, if only they'd recognized me, they would have let me go to the front of the queue.
Bohdan first came to the Euromaidan out of curiosity. At the time, many pro-government commenters threw accusations about the Maidan being paid and organized by outside forces. At first, Bohdan didn't support the protest, but became interested after seeing protesters wearing stickers, "I'm not here for money."
Right now, as I'm saying this, it sounds strange even to me, but at the time I was very surprised by that. I still remember that moment in detail. When I saw that sticker, I was speechless. It was so cool. People were doing something not because they were getting paid.
Set at the blue and yellow piano on the roof of a burned-down police van, Bohdan played classical music to somehow counter the Russian chanson, bellowing the protest from behind the police lines. This music intermission in between the violent clashes symbolized a deeper culture clash that caused the protest in the first place.
It was very cold, and it was getting impossible to play for more than 5 minutes at a time. By then, the instrument was a total mess. Half the keys wouldn't work properly, and I realized that it was no longer about the music and how it sounded. It was about the fact that I was there, playing.
Shocked by the February shootings, Bohdan composed his first ever piece.
I had this thought that I needed to somehow capture that moment. I needed to reflect this somehow, and the chords just came to me one by one.
Almost 5 years later, Bohdan presented his debut album. He also continues writing music while serving on the front line. However, lately he has spent more time on his new passion. 3 years ago, Bohdan got into painting.
I call my musical style historic and neoclassical, and it's the same with my paintings. In them, I express the historical moments that I witnessed, and the ones that touched me one way or another.
Bohdan reveals to us his latest work, Angels of the 72nd Brigade, which is dedicated to his battle comrade.
When I found out that Andrei was no longer with us, I wrote a piece of music. I kept playing it, and at the same time, I painted this picture. My memory of it is hazy, but I do remember struggling to find the material on which to paint.
Bohdan ended up using the military shipping crates as a canvas, and so an idea was born to make a series of boards like this one. Bohdan hopes to make this exhibit around Europe to raise awareness about the war in Donbass. Reported by Evgenia Burda, UATV.